Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to tell you some things I wish I knew before I went to Morocco. Clearly I'm not there now, but I will be going back, so all in all it was a good experience. The places I went to were Agadir, Taghazout, Essaouira, Casablanca, Rabat and Marrakesh. The first point I'm going to make is a bit strange, but it's just the way it is. You need to have a paper boarding pass. They don't always accept the digital one. Don't arrive there and have the palaver of having to get someone to print it out. They might even not let you in. So just make sure you've got both, the paper and the digital. The other point really surprised me as well. They don't have the little signs in the hotel room, do not disturb or turn over my room. And my first night, if you watch my series, you'll be able to work out which hotel I'm talking about. I'm not going to name and shame them here, but it's my Agadir video, which is below. This hotel, my first night, just arrived. I couldn't find it. I didn't want anyone in my room because I'd unpacked my bag. I knew exactly how much money I had because I counted it that morning. And I went for a coffee, came back upstairs. The lady was cleaning my room. There was nothing to clean because I'd only just arrived. It was strange. Money was missing from my bag. The reception didn't believe me, obviously, but she did steal money from my room. I know she did. So I made them make me my own sign, do not enter this room. Now, I'm never going to be tricked twice. That's something I follow in my life with everything. So the next time I go to Morocco, I'm going to ask for that straight away at the reception. And that's just my advice to you there. Number 3, we'll just talk about the currency and the prices a little bit. It's a closed currency, so getting it outside of the country is difficult. One major piece of advice I'd give you is when you land at the airport, change some there because you're going to need cash to get the taxi or the bus to wherever you're going. I did see a lot of people coming to the taxi area, forgetting that it's cash, trying to use card and then having to walk all the way back. With bartering, you're going to need as much small change and small notes as possible. So when they exchange the money, ask for smaller notes. Because if you go and barter at the souks and they see this wad of cash, you're screwed. So this is kind of the next point, by the way. It's about bartering. It's a nightmare and you'll be exhausted, and it's just something you've got to accept. It's part of the culture. They like to feel like they're playing a game and they obviously want to win it. What I learned to do was, if there was something I really wanted, I would try and get it down to half the price. And if I couldn't, and by the way, half the price is reasonable. So let's just say it's 10 euros, 5 euros is the actual price. If you can't get it that low, then just ask for another thing and maybe get it to 6.50, and then they kind of will be fine with that. But try and keep it light and airy, drop a few jokes in there, which kind of is still in the same theme with the money and the bartering. But one guy I met, Tufik, who I actually met in Marrakesh, he said to me, we will put the price up for Americans and English, British people. And I said, well, I could just say I'm Irish because I have the passport. And I did notice a massive difference. So there you go. If you're British, just say you're Irish. And if you're American, just say you're Canadian, and you might get a better deal. But for some reason, they think all Americans are very rich, so they'll put the price up a lot more for you. The place I would say to go to for your first ever trip to Morocco is Agadir, by the way. Marrakesh is too intense, and I think to really adjust to Marrakesh you need a week or maybe longer. Whereas in Agadir you can go for 2 or 3 days and really just kind of enjoy yourself. And it's got that more touristy kind of vibe. It's more adapted to the European holiday experience and less scamming in general. And I think that is just about it, really. I will say some of the other things that surprised me were maybe the children there are a bit, they'll grab onto your legs and take take food from your plate. They will take money as well if they have half the chance, trust me. But they'll take food from your plate. And I don't really think there's anything you can do other than just walk past them. And if they hold on to your leg, just don't give them anything. I apologise, there's some people here. But yeah, just be careful with that, basically. Also, another strange one, but there was a lot of prostitution, which really surprised me because it's a Muslim country. I wasn't expecting it. But if you're a good-looking guy and suddenly you've got loads of women around you, it doesn't mean that they're interested. They just maybe just want your money. And just being honest, don't think it's because you've suddenly become super handsome when you arrived in Morocco. I think they're after something. For the ladies, if you're blonde, then you're going to be the star of the show. They're going to love you. I think I've pretty much everything I wanted to know. One other thing actually. Drugs. Just don't even interact. They're not expecting you to actually speak to them anyway. So if someone asks you if you want some drugs, like some hashish or cannabis or whatever, if you do, then you're going to be loving it there. But just be careful because there's a lot of undercover police. And it's a bit like snakes and ladders there in general anyway. So just be careful who you trust. And other than that, I loved it. My favourite place was Rabat. And I will be going back to the north. So let me know below if you've had any experiences like my hotel one. And also there will be some more videos without much editing in this kind of way with the France, 5 things to know about France, 5 things to know about Switzerland. I did just film Kotor, Montenegro. That video's coming soon. And I'm hoping to get in the ultimate hidden gem of Switzerland, which is just amazing. I was literally just there and I thought, I've got to film this. And we'll see where we are in the winter. With all this Trump stuff, it's difficult to plan anything, as you well know. But maybe I could do a video about alternatives for holidays, because when I was in Montenegro, I met a lot of British people that were actually there because they'd cancelled their trips to other countries, ironically. So just let me know below if you've got any ideas. I really appreciate the thumbs up and the comments. And I do this because I love doing it. I mean, I'm always going to travel. Which kind of is my last question. This is a rambling video. Some of you miss these videos. I don't know why. But you do. Why do you travel? What are you trying to gain from your experience traveling? Are you just on vacation? Are you stressed? Are you trying to relax? I've had some really interesting conversations on the last few trips, and it always blows my mind when I find out the reason for the person being there or what's going on. So yeah, just a few comments below, and the next video may well be the Montenegrin one or the France, Switzerland 5 things to know. Cheers guys, see you in the next video.